Hey everyone, welcome to the show. I have an update to share about one of Trump's Capitol insurrectionists. It's time for an episode of Where Are They Now?
Matthew Bledsoe was arrested. Patrick Montgomery was in court.
Jonathan Manapa will stay in federal custody.
No, I don't take responsibility at all.
So 33-year-old Illinois resident Leticia Ferreira is a Brazilian citizen. She actually came to the U.S. on a student visa, and so she clearly wasn't allowed to even vote in the 2020 presidential election. But on January 6th, even though she saw area closed signs, she saw fencing, she saw barriers, she followed the rest of the Patriots onto our Capitol grounds. Even after tear gas was deployed and the Capitol Police announced over a loudspeaker that everyone needed to leave immediately or they faced arrest, she didn't leave. She was also seen on surveillance video entering the Capitol within 90 seconds of the first breach. Security alarms were blaring. There was shattered glass on the floor that was visible. There was an overturned large wooden kiosk, which I'm going to show you pictures of in a few minutes. Ferreira was also seen among the large mob accosting officers in the rotunda. There's no evidence she did this herself, that she got physical with the officers, but she was there. She was filming as others were beating on Capitol doors, as they were confronting and pushing officers aside physically. The following day, reality seemed to set in. And Ferreira texted someone and she admitted to being, quote, so irresponsible. But then she also said, quote, yesterday it felt amazing. So following her arrest, Ferreira spoke voluntarily with the FBI, and she wasn't really forthcoming. She claimed that she didn't see any, quote, trouble on January 6th, that she only realized that things got out of control when she saw news coverage of what had taken place. But she admitted that when she was inside the building, she did witness broken glass. She saw, quote, everything broken. So doesn't really add up, doesn't make sense. But then she also claimed that the police were handing out water to the mob and that they were, quote, greeting people as they entered. So I want to show you guys just how full of it these people are. If you're watching this in video form, what you see on your screen right now is a still shot of surveillance footage. You can see a man climbing through a broken window and an officer pointing at him with what appears to be some sort of chemical deterrent. Now, this next image is Ferreira walking in the door. This is after members of the mob climbed through the broken windows and opened the doors from the inside. There are no officers in this photo. So this woman has a very vivid imagination. There was no water being handed out. Nobody was welcoming them. And you guys can see off to the right of the screen, you can see the broken glass on the ground. You see the overturned kiosk on the ground. And she was also seen on video watching and filming as others pushed their way through the police, physically overran the officers. So she knew what was going down. She knew there was violence. And, you know, if she loves racist, lying dictators so much, why doesn't she move back to Brazil? You know, they've got their own Trump who's running for election right now. She can go vote for him. Just saying. So Ferreira was arrested on February 16th of this year, and she was charged with entering a restricted building or grounds, 2 counts of disorderly conduct, and parading in a Capitol. Ferreira pleaded guilty to the parading charge in June, and she was looking at up to 6 months in jail, 5 years of probation, and $5,000 in fines. However, the prosecutor requested only 30 days in jail, 3 years of probation, 60 hours of community service, and $500 in restitution. Ferreira's attorney, as you probably could guess, asked for probation only. She's one of the few who doesn't have a criminal history. That was one of their reasons. Unfortunately, there are no published details about what took place at the sentencing hearing, but U.S. District Judge Tanya Chutkan presided over Ferreira's case. So I was pretty surprised to find out that she didn't give the prosecutor what they asked for. Chutkan typically gives them everything they asked for, if not more. She ended up sentencing Ferreira to only 14 days in jail, 3 years of probation, 60 hours of community service, and $500 in restitution. Obviously, this sentence is extremely weak, especially if you consider that this woman is not even a US citizen, and she took part in an attempted insurrection at our nation's capital. And I looked it up. Unfortunately, it's highly unlikely that she's going to be deported or lose her visa due to this crime because it's a low-level crime. So she is probably going to get to stay here. Think about the message that this sends to the rest of the world. This signals, oh, come on over. You can come to our country. You can literally take part in the attempted overthrow of our government, and you're going to get a 2-week, all expenses paid timeout, basically, in a county jail. This is despicable. I'm actually very shocked by this from Chutkan. Like I said, she usually does exactly what the prosecutor asks or more. So this is very surprising. But anyway, guys, when and if I hear more, I'll let you know. Thanks so much for watching and listening. Take care, and I'll talk with you soon.